Hello everyone. So today I am explaining all the codes which are there part of our syllabus. Our syllabus divided into two parts, part A and part B. Part A, wherein we are writing most of the codes using assembly language, and in part B we are working with embedded C. So let us start. We will discuss part A codes here. As in every session or in every lab, I tell every student to write the algorithm, flowchart, program, comments and output. These are the main ingredients of any code. So let us begin the thing how to write first the program. The program 1 of your syllabus says write program to multiply two 16-bit numbers. It's a very simplest, or you can say one of the simple program in the part A. Algorithm is a text, just a text how you are solving that problem. So what we are doing is we are taking two 16-bit numbers. In R0 I am taking 0x, the number 840 zeros, 0x means hexadecimal number, and in R1 again I am taking one more number. Multiply those two numbers and result is stored in R2 register. Now convert this algorithm into pictorial form. So this is what you can see. Then the code. This is the assembly code which starts with area. mul16 is the process or a program for which we are writing this code. So we want to multiply two 16-bit numbers. That's why it is MUL16. You can give your name also here, not an issue. Then it's a code area. So whenever there is a code area, it's only a read only. If you have a data area, it is read as well as write, both. So entry, again it is a keyword which says the start of the program. Now you can see move instruction is used here to move this data into the register. So it is getting the first number in R0. Then same way we get the second number in R1 by using move instruction. Then we multiply R0 and R1 and result will be stored in R2. Okay. One NOP condition I am using in every program to show, or you can say to understand ourselves where to stop. So we can stop here by doing some step execution. Whenever our pointer points to NOP, then you end the program. So you can see here output again. So pre means before execution, you have all the values in these registers, and post the answer what you get after the execution of this program. You can see the execution of program in my earlier video. Let us move to the second program. Here we want to find sum of first 10 integer numbers. The first 10 integer number means 0 to 9. Okay. So let us begin our discussion on code. I want the same way what we used earlier, that is writing the algorithm and flowchart. Okay. You write it, and I am going here explanation about the code. Again you can see it is starting from area. The first 10 numbers, first 10 is a name, that's all. Okay. Code read only. Entry, you can see in R0 I am taking 9. Okay. The highest number between 0 to 9, that is 9. Then moving 0 in R1 means I am initializing R1, then one by one I am adding the number and subtracting every time 1 from the 9, then comparing R0 whether it is 0 or not. Now, once it becomes 0, okay, it will come out of the loop. Now, what do you mean by BNE? Branch if not equal. Okay. Not equal, it always checks 0 flag. Now, when I say 0 flag, it means subtraction between two numbers. What are those two numbers? The subtraction between R0 and 0. Now, R0 and R0 becomes 0 only when R0 is 0. Okay. So, that means we are repeating this step 9 times to 10 times, sorry, 10 times. Okay. So, that we can add 10 numbers. Then we have a NOP here, which again I am using in every program to show or to come up something like we are ending the program. At this point you can check all the registers. Again you can see pre before the execution of program and post after the execution of program, what you get in the result. So, if you add 1 to 9, in decimal it is 45, in hexadecimal it is 2D.